Hi y'all. How y'all doing? Hang on. Trying to keep the camera from wobbling. It's on a big old crane up there, and it'll sit there and make you dizzy if I did that. Okay, this is just cardstock here. I have a whole bunch of sheets of cardstock, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to stamp all my stamps that I want to keep, that I know for a fact that I'll use. The ones that I don't think I'll ever use, I'll stamp them on their own one, and then I'm going to put those away in a crate that I'll probably never open or take out again unless you need it for that particular, I don't know, theme that I plan on using it for. You know what I mean? Like bullet journals, I don't use, so I probably won't be stamping this on the one that's on the stamp thing, this one, to go in the container that these are going to go in. Because I want to do away with these Stampin' Up! Containers. They take up a lot of room. And needless to say, I can go through this container really quick, find what I need, and put it to the side. And then whenever I'm done doing my video or whatever, or my project, I can go back and organize that container if I need to. That's what I'm doing. And it's a thick container. See? It's going to hold a lot of stamps that I will be using. And that container will be down here somewheres. Or up there, maybe, on the shelf up there. I haven't thought that through yet. I've been organizing today. Today's Sunday, and I'm just trying to give myself something to do because I am stressing over some stuff, and for me, keeping my mind busy is the helpful thing for me to do. So anyways, I'm not going to stamp this one with the one that's all the stuff that's going in here. I'm going to put these to the side and pull those out and stamp them on another set and put them in a sleeve of their own in a crate and put that away. Maybe in the garage, maybe up in my shelf in one of my closets. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll sell them and give them, or put them at the resale store. I don't know. We'll see. But it's going over here. Wish I had another container to put stuff in that I'm not going to use. Excuse my chair. It's going to make noises. Okay. So, here we go. I might put them back in here in these because I have a whole bunch of these because it's Stampin' Up. So, I'm going to go ahead and take these out because I want to keep these for sure. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. It's something I'm not going to keep. I want to keep that. I don't know if you can see it. It's real pretty. Got a lot of floral to it. I love those kinds. I tend to use black ink, which gives me that same look that you see there. And when you look at it close enough, you can see there's in-betweens that you can color it in. It's kind of like a coloring book that way. So you're kind of getting a free coloring book if you think about it. But I use ink, and then I'll use my heating gun, and I'll dry that ink and set it into the paper. And then I'll put it away and let it cool off on its own and all that good jazz. And then when I feel like, you know, I want to use that in one of my journals, I'll cut it to do whatever, I guess, and then I'll color it in. Or I'll just do the same thing and make a project, use the stamp on the project, dry it on the project, and then let it sit and cool off, and then go back and color it in. Whichever. But anyways, that's what I do. So I'm going to move this out of my way because I don't need this, but I have my container to the side that I'm going to put all these in that I'm going to keep. And it doesn't matter about how I organize it or anything, just as long as they're in there. Because I'm going to be taking them in and out all the time, so it don't really matter. There. Now, this ink pad is drying up, so it might not even give me good ink. When it gets to the point where I can't, then I'm going to use my Indian ink in it. India ink, or whatever they call that. I don't care if it is by, what is it called? Archival. I don't have archival refill ink. I don't know how to find that either. So, yeah. There's that reason. Okay, I'm going to turn this one sideways. And I'm going to try and get this right up in there. Right about there. I'm going to hold it for a few minutes so it gets a good print. And this is going to be time consuming. I could cut this and speed it up so you get some enjoyment of, you know, the ASMR, you know, where I'm, you know, maybe put a little music while I'm sitting here doing this and doing that repetitive thing, because that actually is good for SMR. But I don't really want to make my channel into an SMR channel. I don't. I like it, but I don't want to make it into that because I love crafting as well. And that means you have to speak to help all people to understand what they're supposed to do. Now, there's that. Oh, it's... my camera's doing the bright thing again. I think it's because of that light right there. Oh, still gonna do it. There. See, it tones it down. I don't know why it does that. Cameras do that. I'm not a camera person. Anyways, while I'm doing this, I'm also going, after I'm done doing all this, I'm going to go back through all those off camera and I'm going to clean these with alcohol and keep them clean because that's what I do. But I'm just going to put these in the container upright. That way the stain doesn't get in the bottom of the container. Okay, so this is for small florally detail ones. That's what this page is going to be. And this one is for things like this. I'm touching the ink now. It's going to get all that thing. Now that's just going to go right in here. I need to move the rest of these because I don't want them all to get the same ink through, possibly even. Put those over there. Okay. You can use, hang on. You can use the these things here, the foam board, foam things underneath if you choose to. They're just foam. And if you find them at the store that has sticker on one side and on the other it's regular foam, you can still use those. Just don't take the sticker paper off. You can still use them. Like I said, even you can use those inside of journals to cushion the journals. I've actually seen, I think it was Pam that did it. I think Pam used some of those in the middle of a journal once. I've used them in a small journal for myself. Okay, there's the sunflower. And this is the center for the sunflower. And I will put on here what this is, right below it. Center of sunflower. There we go. This is the leaf to the sunflower. I'd like to put this as a leaf, you know, just particular leaf. But I'm going to put this right below this. It's going to be double stamped, in other words. Because one of these papers, I'm going to pull another one for leaves, you know. There we go. Now I'm going to do another one real quick for leaves. There's floral, there's leaves. That's how I'm doing. That's my organization. Is we've got leaves, you know, florally leaves, you know, greenery or whatever. That's what this one's going to be. One's going to be flowers. Another one's going to be detailed, you know, floral. There we go. I already know what those are, and I will just go back later and write that down. There we go. So far, that's what I'm going to do. And you can watch through the whole process. Now, I need the other ones. Now, we have big ones like this. I actually have a big container that these huge ones will go in. This one is one that I don't know if I'll ever use because it says on here, it says, warm and wonderful birthday greetings. This is for birthdays. It says laughter, friendship, make a wish. So this one's like a birthday one. It doesn't say. Usually that's what they do. They put it on there. This person didn't put it on it. That's okay. By Stampin' Up. 2003 if you're looking for that. It says surprise even. And it's a good background theme, you know, kind of thing. I don't know if I'll ever use it, and this is what it looks like. It's real cool. I actually have a book that you can, I think you can order those books from Stampin' Up. I'm not sure. Now, I've got to choose which ones I want to take out of this. This one was for that monkey one that I have. I kept this because I thought this was real pretty. I can use these in my journals. Like when I make my mermaid journals, this can be like a vine growing down. So this is going to go in the greenery one. So I'm going to keep that one. This one is a flower one. Would I ever use it? I might. These are all like designs. I will use those, but right now I'm just going to put those to the side. Here's a little bubblegum machine. It says sweet. So this one's like worded. This is a word one. I'm trying to get it to focus. There you go. And I'll probably never use that. So I'm going to put that one to the side. Set back and put that one in here. I'll never use that one. Whoops. I'll talk some stuff. So these I need to work with. This one's a flower one. I'm not sure if I'll ever use it. I really don't know if I will ever use it. But it's a good design as a print, like a multi-print kind of thing too. So I think that's why this was in here. I could use it as a background by putting it on there lots of times. Anyways, we're going to put this one to the side because that's not what I'm working with right now. This one has detail. There's roses on this one, which is really pretty. See? Now this one I'm going to stamp on this first one because there's detail on that. And it's flowers. So I'm going to turn this the way the other ones are. And I'm just going to go ahead. And I'm going to put this over here instead in this corner. And I'm going to try and keep small things going this way and big ones over here. I don't have a ton of these kind of things because it's really hard to come by at the resale store. People aren't willing to just give up on their, you know, pretties, because these are pretty ones. These are the ones you want to keep. And see, it does a really pretty design. I get this paper to look. See? Very pretty. I like those. And those came from the resale store. Now I'm just going to toss it inside there because I'm done with that part. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the greenery one where the leaf is. Okay, I have the leaf one. And this is, maybe to you, this is time consuming, but for me, this is just fine. I'm going to do it like this so I can understand it's an ivy. You may not want to go this route because it's time consuming, it's going extra, but in the long run, for me, for the long run, it actually helps me be able to consolidate more. It's not always about organization. You know what I mean? OCD can get the best of me. And I do want to end up doing what I've done here with all my markers and pens and separate them. And to the specific colors that they are so I can find them just like that without having to look for them. Well, when it comes to ink pads, I don't want to have to do that, so because it would take up too much room. So if I put them all in one container and just consolidate them by doing this, making it simpler, and all I have to do is pull that out and look and see what I want to use in this, and I can even put it beside the item that I'm working with and compare it and see if that's something I want to use. And then all I have to do is look for it. And like I said, this may be time consuming to you. To me, it's not. It's worth it to me. So, okay, we got this one, which is a floral. So I'm going to use this one. So I'll put this down here where it won't take up too much room on this spot. While I'm holding that, I'm going to look at this instead this time because I want to get this off my desk. This is all letters and numbers. I prefer to keep them in this because they're already organized. I'm looking at, see, there's words in this as well. There's a peace sign. I use those for certain things. Like, see, I probably will never use this love or the kisses and hugs thing, or no, the heart I will. I love hearts. I'll use it in my own journal though. And this butterfly I'll use. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, that butterfly is in bad shape. But yeah, these are wordings that I will use as well. So words are going to be another one that I'm going to use on here as well, that I can find them really quick as well. So I'm going to move this though because I'm not going to use that. My finger just got crooked. What do they call it? Where the fingers tighten up like that. Okay, I'm going to put this down here. I'll show you that box. Do that later. Okay. And the way I'm going to do these, once I have all these filled up, I'll name them. I even will use the back because you can see it does not bleed through. So I'll be using the backs of these papers. So I'm conserving and I'm consolidating and everything else. And I know right where everything is. Because that container can hold a lot. But yeah. And I have 2 more sheets here. And if I need another one, I can go get it. I ain't got a problem with that. But I'll be back and I'll show you what it all looks like once I'm done. And, well, the pages. And I'll show you from there what I'm going to do. Okay? So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Now, I'm trying to find a place to put that. Okay, so now I'm back and I have all the stamps done that I was going to do. This is just a plastic sleeve. I'll show you where I got that from. But these are all ready There's not very many, but as I get stamps, I can add them to this. I have more stamps. It's just, I don't know if I want to just take them out and put them in all in this container, and that would be harder for me to look for, the precise one. But anyways, this plastic sleeve is going to be, and this is the rest of it. I'm going to show you how I got this. It's just a really big piece of plastic, like a plastic sleeve, pocket, whatever you want to call it. It's going to get taped here, or I can tape it here. I'm not sure yet because both sides are open, see? Because this was the original top. So anyways, what I want to do is tape one of those sides, and then I'm going to tape that side and this side and that side down to the inside. And that way I can just, if it's taped on that side, all I have to do is reach into the top here, pull them out, and then put them back in when I'm done. And look through them to see what I want to use for that project. Does that make sense? I hope so. So let's do that now so you can get an understanding. But I'm going to show you what I did to get this plastic sleeve. This is a really heavy duty plastic sleeve. I was actually planning on using these for making folio pockets because this is a thicker plastic. And maybe it'll hold up better to the, you know, torture that some people put the folios through. That I make, that is. So this is where I got it from. I got it from these. This is one of those scrapbooks that you can get at the resale store most times. You can see these there. I always grab these because I can use these for putting my artwork in as well. I couldn't get it loose because this is how they undo. You pull this back and there's a screw in there. I couldn't get it to not keep turning, so somebody did it really tight. Which you should, because that's the way you keep it together. Put that back there. Now, that's how I got this, and it was too big, so I cut it down to the size I needed. So I can still use this. I'm not going to throw it away. Now I've got tape. I can use this tape. I can even use this packing tape, or I can use this tape here. I'm not going to waste my good tape because that's my packing tape for my items that I sell on my Etsy store. So I'm going to use this packing tape, this 4 packs to, you know, it's real cheap. It's by duct tape, but it's for packing, and it's real thin, and it gets on my nerves because it doesn't want to obey. Whenever I'm taping it down, it wants to mess up every time. So this is the side that, I think I'm going to use this side to pull them in and out instead. So I'm going to tape up the end piece to where the normal side they have. All I'm going to do is lay this out just like this. And about middle ways to the tape, I'm going to lay that down just like that. This is normal stuff. It's not something newsworthy kind of thing. Yeah, I'm trying to be funny. I'm just going to cut that off. Try not to get the other piece. And I'm just going to fold that over so it doesn't keep unraveling. Put that back for now. And now I'm just going to cut that piece off over here. And then we're going to take that, fold it over. Just like that. You're going to hear that popping because that's what that packing tape tends to do. So there's my pocket, okay? Now, I could put it on the front, but I don't want them to fall out. And me putting other containers on top of it could mess it up. So I'd rather have it on the inside. So I'm going to tape it down in here. Yes, I said tape it. I'm going to tape it. So I'm going to use this good tape here. This is a box lock. I want it to stay put, so I'm going to use this tape. And all I'm going to do is tape here and here. I don't think I'll need to tape down here, but if it seems like I might, I might. I'm going to pull this way as far as I can get it to this lip. That way I have room to pull my items out. So first of all, I'm going to move this out of my way. Put that back down on here again. Tape, tape. Only there. And I want to go the distance of the thing. I'm going to kind of go only to, I'm just going to like kind of go to a little bit less than what the edge is here. If I can. No, I didn't. That's okay. And then down here, I'm going to go a little bit beyond. Because this is where the entrance is, and I don't want the tape to get in the way. Down here, it's going to be on the plastic, so it'll give it some extra help I'm going just a little bit further down. Doesn't have to be perfect in length. Or on it, I mean, like over on the plastic, that is. Now, like I said, if I want to, I can put some down here, but I'm going to leave that alone because I don't think I need to. Taking that off there. Bringing this back up. Bringing this down as far as I can to about right there. Just like that, making sure it's nice and tight so it doesn't bend down in there. And then fold it over, that way it holds it too as well. Okay, now let's see if it worked. Hopefully it did. Oh wait, I wanted to do one other thing, that way I know I have a thumb spot. I'm gonna just, cause those thumb hole punchers, I'm not gonna wear mine out. I'm just gonna take my scissors and make a V cut right here. Just like that, pop that off. Now I have a place where I can grab it and pull it out. Okay. Now putting these in there. I want to put one that I can see a lot more than the other, you know, like one that has more than the other ones do. Let's figure that out now. Like that one it's got more to it than the rest. Yeah. That's what I'm going to go with. Oh, wait. That's another thing, too. Before I do anything else, I'm going to make tabs on this as well so I know which one is which. That's what I wanted to do as well. And the way I'm going to do that, because I don't have a Wells tail. Now, I could use this one. I think I'm going to use this one. It's going to be quicker. I would show you how to make a Wells tail instead, but I think I'm just going to use this one. And I'll show you how to do that. A lot of people don't seem to know how to do that. Every time I look at Amazon, people don't know how to take ones that look like this. Always take this off, by the way. Take it this kind and how to work these. These are larger, but that's okay. Now I'm just going to get another piece of cardstock, which is this one. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this over. Just like, well, actually, because I want to get more than one. So I'm going to fold it a little bit shorter. Let's say right about there is good. And we'll show you why. Because you're going to put this in at the fold. But you see where, let's see, I got to remember how to do this. Oh no, I'm trying to figure this out here. Oh, it's been so long since I've done this. You fold it this way. That's what I think. No, it's not. Let's see. I'm trying to figure this out. It's supposed to be shorter. That's what it is. Okay, so I need to cut that off. I'll show you this real quick. Hopefully I can get this done without having a hugely long video. I'm just going to cut this off here, unfortunately. I have to cut shorter than that because it needs to be able to reach the fold. So I'm going to do this like this. So I'm going to cut it again right in half. Okay, now hopefully this will work. And all you're going to do is you're going to fold your paper. I'm going to get it right. It moved on me. That'll have to do. And then you take this, make sure the bend here, that part, is up here at the top. The open goes in first. I know it seems a little weird, but that's how you're going to get, if you can get it in there. This is the hard part. There we go. Okay. Now you're going to go past that part right here. This is going to go below that this way. Not above it, but below it. Here, let me bring it closer so you can see it better. Okay. You see? It needs to go below it. Okay? That way we have our fold right there instead. And then I'm just trying to find the end. So there's the end. I'm going to bring it right below it. Right about there. And then hole punch. And when you do that, now you understand how to do it. I hope you do. I hope you got that. If not, we're going to do it again and again. I have how many? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I got to do that 7 times. So I'm going to do 7 more of these and I'll be right back. But before I go, I wanted to tell you that if you don't have a hole punch like this, they do have them on Amazon. But if you don't have a hole punch like this one, this is what they're called. They're blue like this. It has a big old tab and it has a big one like that. Not going to be whale's tail. You can't find whale tail anymore. But anyways, if you don't have one of these, you can get those plastic ones that comes with those dividers for binders. Use one of those, you know. Or just do the round tab if you have that. The one I showed you with the circle punch and then the big circle punch and then a small one. And just make your, you know, these things here with the small one. I showed that. That's in a video. But anyways, I'll be right back. I'm going to do 8 more of these. Okay. So, now, this is where I've gotten to. Here's all my things. Again, if you don't have one of these hole punchers, you can always go back on my timeline and look at the videos, or I'll show you real quick one on how to make it. And that's just take one of these big ones. You can take a 3-inch even and do it if you want, but the 2-inch is the better size. You just make a hole punch. Just putting everything back in its order so it's not in my way. You just fold that over just like that. And then you can just cut it however your heart desires. But you have the roundest part right here is the part that you will glue down like that. Like these are the openings and how they go down. These openings go down on here like that. That's the way your V will do, okay? And the reason why you want to do it that way is because then you just go like that. Figure out which way that came off, making sure that it came off the correct way, and then you just flip that over. I mean, if you want it to be exactly like the other side. If you don't, just willy-nilly it, just click it. You know, do it again. Just, you know, just instead of writing that on there, just take it and just go over here and click it. You know what I mean? And snip it. I like to make sure mine are even, otherwise my OCD will kick in and it'll kick my butt. Sorry if you don't like hearing that, but it's true. Just being truthful with you. Okay. And then you'll have you a kind of a whale's tail, but it gives you that. If you don't like these points, you just snip those off. Bink. And bink. There you go. And there you go. That quick for a whale's tail kind. It's kind of like a whale's tail. It's a little bit fatter than a whale's tail, but that's fine. I ain't got a problem with how it looks. Okay. Trying to get that out of there. Okay. So, I don't need that because I've got enough of these and I already have them written down and everything. So, I'm going to glue each one of these onto its mounting. So, this one's writings. That would be this one. Yeah, sayings and stuff. So, that's this one. Now, where I put this, it's got to be on this side because this is where my thing is. If yours is opening for this way, then you'll put it over here on this side. I'm going to do it over here, and I'm going to make sure there's no stamps on this side and on the back because I'm going to use the back for stamping on. And I'm just going to put this right here. And this is going to stick out of the plastic so I can see it, and it'll give me something to grab as well. You see what I'm saying? You do what you can with what you got. So I'm just going to use this glue because it's quicker to come out. There we go. And it's, you know, it's just quicker than taking out the other. And I'm just going to wipe some of that off because I don't want it to get on the ones below it or above it. And wipe off my fingers. We'll go all the way to the end with this one. Go. Just press that down. And there's one. Now I can go ahead and stick that in there and show you what it's going to look like. Put that down in there, just like that. And there's a little room on both sides to give you room for your things to go in. See, it can go all the way down. It's up to you. If you don't want it to go all the way down, then you can cut some of this off. But I like it like that. I'm not going to push mine all the way down. I want these to stick out a little. And it may end up doing it on its own, you know. It's what it is. So I'm going to do the rest of these, and I'll show you in just a minute when I'm done putting these on, and then we'll continue on from there. Okay, now we've got that done. Just putting my stuff back up. Get it out of my way so I can show you things here. I don't know why I pulled that out. Sorry, my brain's just like all over the place right now. So this is how they look. They don't have to be perfect. Nobody's going to see them but you, unless you choose to show them. This is the other side. That's me messing up, and I just flipped it over and redid the wording. So there you go. And as you see, the floral one has brown. That's brown. I was going to use like pink or red for it, and I ended up using the vintage photo. You know, it happens. Insect, I did green. It's like a blue-green. And dazzling, I just did a weird dark green. And then for shapes, I did a really cool blue. And then for my greenery, of course, I did it in green. And then hearts, I did red because, you know, hearts. And then spiritual, I did purple because, you know, spiritual. I always think of the purple as the robe that they talk about in scripture. There's actually scriptures on here too. There's sayings and things like that. So I put up here writings, script, meaning script handwriting, sayings, and I want to put verses on there as well. But I did it in yellow. I thought that would be perfect for that one. And then of course floral, that's detailed floral. See, detailed floral. I did it in a beautiful pink color, so that I will know, because it's very detailed work. And I thought that was real pretty. I actually need to put lines between those because those are 3 different stamps. But anyways, all in all, that's the way they look. And I'm just going to do like that. It doesn't matter how they go in. Really doesn't. What you do, I mean, like in order of the way these things are. It doesn't really matter because I also have them color coded. I'm going to lift this up so that I know, because I keep putting it behind the plastic. So taping this back piece down might be a smart move. You know what? I'm going to do that right now. I'm just going to take a piece from this. About that big. Lift this up. Put that right down in there, just like that, and then lay it down and tape it down. Now it'll never make me have issues, and I'll put the point right here so that I can go in like that, and there we go. And they can stick out just a little bit. You don't want them in the way of your boxes, you know, things. So right there. Now, if I ever need to figure out where, say, I wonder if I've got floral in here, you know, that's real pretty and detailed floral, you know, or I wonder if I have any sunflowers, you know, stamps in this, and there's one right there. You know, I can see them, and I may look at it and say, okay, I'm going to pull these all out. And I'm going to look at them. Okay, I like that one. I think I'm going to use that one on this project. Or I'm going to go through the rest and be like, okay, I need a saying. So I'm going to find all the sayings. I'm going to go, what am I doing? Sorry. I need a saying. So I'm going to look up here, find my sayings one, which is back here, writing. And there it is. I have it right where I need it, and I can look and see which one I want. Look in the container for that very one because I know it's in there. It's not that it's not in there because it should be put back in there by me because I'm the one that's doing this. So yeah, it takes a little time to look for that very one in that thing, but it's better than looking through your whole room thinking that you lost it, you know? You just toss it back in there. I got a lot of the ink on my papers, so it's not a big deal because they're just meant to record what's in here. So I can go like that, or I can pull them back up where they'll stick out, or I can grab them, and now we'll put them in. I do have some that I will be making another one of these for, and that's these right here, these letters, because they're going to be in here as well. I haven't cleaned these, so yeah, they're still dirty, as you can see. I will show you how to clean that as well. But this is all of them, and once I put them in there, you know, flat or, you know, straighten them up to where they're nice and neat in there, then I can put these on top, you know. Right now they're not able to do that, but I just flip this over. They're not going to get hurt. These papers and this plastic is not going to get hurt, and guess what? It's on. It's not in the way. It's not going to get hit or anything. And I know that this is on my stamps and it's real thick. It can hold even more. And just put them up above my shelf here. And whenever I need a stamp, pull down the whole container. I can get this loose now. Hang on. This one's, it was already giving me issues. It had nothing to do with that. I'm trying to remember which side it is. There it is. Okay. And then it pops off. You flip it over. I grab out my hearts one. I want to see what kind of hearts ones that I have. Just like that. I'm like, oh, I like that one. That one's a good one right there. So I'll just look inside here. I'll be like, okay. So I have a heart in here. So I need, oh my God, that scared me. Anyways, I have a heart in here and there it is. See? Just that quick. I just need to clean these now. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place now. I'm all hyper because I had an icy earlier and I'm not supposed to eat sugar because it makes me hyper. So I'm going to put these all back in there. I'm going to clean the stamps off and then that's what I'm going to do. I thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a great day and I hope you got something from this. If you did, please remember to give it a like so other people can see that it's a good thing and it puts me on the algorithm and people find me and then we can all share in the knowledge of what to do with their stamps. Anyways, thank y'all for watching. Sorry, I'm rambling. Bye.